hunger isn't just that feeling that you get when you're a little bit late for lunch. Hunger is a gnawing problem. Hunger is a long-term problem, and hunger is something that you wouldn't have thought several years ago that we would see in this country.
When you think about one of the most basic needs each and every one of us has, it's food. Food insecurity is a USDA term for hunger. So when you think about it, it's very simply, how many people are hungry in your community? How big is that gap? How many meals would it take to close that gap? And we know right in Franklin County, that's almost 30 million meals annually.
When we start looking at the data in Ohio, we often refer to the number of approximately 750,000 children here in Ohio are suffering from hunger or at risk of hunger every single day in Ohio. And that's a devastating number. That's not across the country, that's not in a different state, that's here in Ohio. One school district that we've worked a lot with is the Hilliard School District. And when you look at those numbers, from 2007 to 2013, the number of children in that school district who were then eligible for free and reduced price meals increased by over 600%. It went from 500 children to over 3,600 children in only 5 years.
When I hear numbers like the number of children living in poverty in our community, I believe it's shocking. But I also believe there's more to the numbers. If we can't figure out in our community and other communities how to make sure that folks have enough food on their table, everything else in their life is much more difficult.
One of the changes in all these years has been the fact that over 40% of the people we help, somebody in that household's working. They're playing by all the rules, they're working, yet at the same time they're needing to go to a food pantry to survive.
Franklin County has the highest percentage of seniors living in their own home of any county in the state of Ohio. That is an amazing statistic, given the fact that you'd think that would be in one of the rural counties, but it's actually right here in Franklin County because of a lot of the work that we do to keep them in their own home. At Life Care Alliance, we have about 15,000 active clients right now, and 98% of them are below the federal poverty level, but 70% out of our 15,000 clients live on less than $1,000 a month income. So they're often making decisions whether I buy food or I buy my medicine for the month. It's an odd type of food security amongst our clients because they don't drive. They can't go to the store. If they do have the money, they can't access the food, so it becomes almost a food access issue. We anticipate the numbers of seniors and medically challenged in Central Ohio to actually double during the next decade.
It's a typical Thursday in the food pantry. We'll serve 80 to 90 families here today. And we'll do that same number on the west side of Columbus at our pantry in the Great Western Shopping Center. And that we do that 6 days a week. 70, 80, 90 families every day.
I'm here to get food. Sometimes, with it being 5 of us, we run out of food a lot. If I'm low on food, I kind of freak and panic. If I come down here, my refrigerator's full. I don't have to worry about that until next month when I get my food stamps. And, that's a good thing. I just said that I needed some cabbage and we're out of food stamps. And I was like, they got it here. I was like, good. So I need good. And I was like, watermelon too. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, that's a good thing.
Hunger happens in every community. Our food pantries serve the entire county. So here on the south side of Columbus, we'll serve folks who drive here from Reynoldsburg to get assistance with food.
Dublin's one of our largest pantries. Worthington has 3 food pantries. Worthington's pantries clear up on the Delaware County line. New Albany's talking about opening a second pantry. So it is everywhere now. So it is no longer just an inner city issue. It really is about your hungry friends in your community. Hunger has an implication across all of the basic needs and issues that we face as a community. And it's not an isolated issue. If you're hungry, it's going to have an impact on your health. It's going to have an impact on kids getting educated. It's going to have an impact on our workforce and the productivity of our community.